and welcome to Race Control Redux episode 3. Over the next few episodes we'll be sprinkling in some spotlights on individual vehicles and series, and we're kicking that off today with the Ariel Atom. The Atom 300 is powered by a 245 brake horsepower VTEC engine from a Honda Civic Type R, and then boosted to 300 horsepower with the help of a Jackson Racing supercharger. It runs through a 6-speed H-pattern gearbox, again from Honda, and features a near complete lack of bodywork. When being made, each car is assigned a single engineer who builds it to completion and finally signs it and sends it off to the owner. Driving one of these cars is an interesting affair, as its unusual construction lends to some challenging quirks. Braking tends to result in slight oversteer, but only on the initial shift of weight. It's best to get the majority of your braking done in a completely straight line and then turn in as you lift off, as the snappy weight shifting can catch people out, especially on bumpier circuits. You can also exploit this by tapping the brakes turning in, which will give you just that little bit extra turning power when you need it. Mid-corner you'll notice a mix of oversteer and understeer, depending on your driving style. If you're understeering, then you'll need some more patience, as drivers that ride the throttle through the corner are lifting the light front end slightly and pushing themselves wide. Instead, try going a little faster than normal into entry and not touching the pedals until your main exit point before feeding the power in. You'll notice an increase in front end grip. Just be mindful of your general speed in longer corners, as your low weight means you'll lose momentum pretty quickly when turning and you'll need a bit of throttle occasionally to keep it up to speed. On exit, the car is smooth but leads toward oversteer. The car doesn't run on racing slick, so it does like a bit of a slide, but for fast exits try and end your corners with the rear end squirming slightly, the front tyres very slightly countersteering and your foot flat to the throttle. This is only an ideal situation, however. For most corners you'll need to feather your throttle, just try not to swing out the rear too far or you'll lose momentum. Next up, we'll cover the other two variants of the Atom that are available. The Atom Mugen is a naturally aspirated variant with the same Honda VTEC engine but tuned to 270 brake horsepower. Only 10 were ever built, so it's unlikely you'll ever see one in the flesh, but here they're very useful as a slightly more controllable version of the 300. The engine isn't quite as powerful, so they can't overwhelm the rear tyres as easily, so bear this in mind as you will experience quite a bit more understeer coming out of corners. Now for the Atom 500. Also called the Atom V8, you can hopefully already guess its engine type and power output. It also features an aero kit with wings front and rear, though they don't change the actual balance of the car at all, they simply help keep it on track. The V8 amplifies all the characteristics of the other variants, with the added ability of an extra 200 horses behind it. It's not really suitable as a racing car, but it excels as a track day weapon and it drifts like a dream. That's all for the Atoms. The basic lesson for these is to take it easy on entry. The front end is really light and it will need a little help turning in, but once you've got that, you'll find an exceptionally light and controllable chassis waiting at your command. Good luck and thanks for watching.